Hey guys, it's Lizzie Morris MUA, and today I'm going to be doing a video for contour and highlighting for beginners. When I first started doing makeup, I'm self-taught. I watched tons and tons of YouTube videos, hours and hours. I still constantly watch YouTube videos trying to learn the tips and tricks, and a lot of the YouTubers I'm watching were already really good at their makeup, and so I never really saw contouring and highlighting for beginners. And so I really want to show you guys, some easy ways to do your highlight and contour, and like what's best for each skin type, some good products I really like, and stuff like that. So I already did my brows and my face. I'm not going to be doing eyeshadow in this video or anything like that. I just wanted to go ahead and do my foundation, and I used my Wet n Wild and my e.l.f. I mixed them together because the e.l.f. has more of a yellow undertone, and then the Wet n Wild has a pink undertone. So when I mixed them together, it literally gave me like a much better color, and I didn't do concealer or anything like that because that's part of highlighting. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing after I do my foundation, I just go ahead and do concealer, and then we'll do the contouring and everything like that. When you do concealer and contouring, first of all, concealer, you want to do a shade or two lighter. This was the only one in stock at the store, and it looked really light. It's in the shade light, but it's like kind of like my skin tone, but it does add coverage to my under eye. Typically you want to go a shade or two lighter. This is just the Instant Age Rewind. It says erase dark circles. It's treatment concealer. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I really love the applicator, that's why I like it, and I'm just going to get really close. You don't have to get all up under your eye. Some people just put like 2 dots and just blend it out. But I just love the applicator. So I just put this under your under eyes, and it brightens. And if you have like a bigger nose and you want to contour your nose later, you can bring the concealer to like right here. And then I'll show you when you contour how to like make it look amazing. And then you just want to brighten up your cupid's bow, your chin, and your forehead. So sometimes I've done it like right here, and then I'll do it to clean up my contour, but I'm not going to today. I'm just going to go ahead and do this, and usually I like to blend out this concealer really fast because it does dry kind of fast, so I'm going to be a little faster. Then I'm going in with my e.l.f. Cream Contour Kit. I really recommend this for beginners. It's only $6, and this concealer is only like $7 or maybe $8, but they have like a $10.99 concealer that's like triple the size, and I just didn't have it at my store, so it's really cheaper to get the bigger one. I'm just going to go in with this lightest brown shade, and I'm going to be taking this little brush right here, dipping it in there, and if you want to like make the fish face to help you like figure out where the hollows of your cheeks are, you could do that too. So you just want to go from like the top of your ear right here into like where your eye comes to. So about right there, and my line's not perfect, and that's fine. Then you want to, I'll go ahead and do this side. Don't go too high because you're gonna do bronzer, blush, and highlight, so you don't want to mix it all in one spot. And then I'm just going to put a few little lines near my temples and forehead, and if you want to make your jawline look a little more defined, so I'll get a smaller brush. I guess this one's fine, just like a smaller brush. And for my nose, I'm just gonna go right on the side of your nose, and then the other side. And some people like to take it up and kind of blend it in with their, I know it looks a little crazy, it's a little messed up, but they like to blend it in with the sockets of their eyes so it looks more natural. So I'm going to do that today. I've never tried that, but I know Jeffree Star does it. And then also I want to make my bottom lip look a little fuller, so you could just put some under there. Let me do my little concealer in the middle of my nose. I'm just going to basically blend out most of the concealer, and then I'll blend in the contour with it. So I recommend cream contouring for people that have dry skin, because powders typically don't set well on my skin. And so now that I got most of the highlight blended out, I just press into my skin to try to, and sometimes I like rub it just to like blend it out just a little more, but you don't want to rub it too much. And I'm just blending it in. Sometimes I blend it into the hairline just so it looks a little more natural and not so like, so you don't see such a difference, because you know your hairline's like a little white compared to your face. And I don't know if you could tell, maybe if I can put a side-by-side for me earlier about how much smaller my nose looks, which I don't have a big nose anyway, but I do like contouring a little bit just to make it look a little nicer. Okay, now that I have all of it blended out, and like I said, you can use a brush if you prefer. I don't really like using brushes as much because I feel like it pulls out my foundation out of my skin. But you can tell I look super, I look pretty tan. I look, my under eyes are brightened. The sun's not really hitting me as well, but the under eyes are brightened, and my cheeks look I just look slimmer. My jawline looks a little better. I do still have my double chin, but that's not going away. So next, before, just in general, you do want to set your makeup, and I don't bake like crazy, but you know, you do want to set it so it stays in place and that contour and highlight and everything doesn't move. So you could get your damp beauty sponge and just press it into the skin like so. And if you want, like, you could get like a lightening powder, because this isn't translucent, so it doesn't really lighten my face. Ooh. But I have some products right here I'm about to show you guys for like oily skin and stuff like that. And also, if you do want to just make that contour look a little more precise, you can like put some powder right under it and just leave it there for just a few minutes, and it'll make your contour look a little more defined, like so. And you could bake your smile lines. I really just don't do it under my eyes because, and there's powder all over my shirt, just ignore that, please. Okay, so while I'm letting all this set, I know I look a little funky, but I'm just gonna go over the basics of, you know, what you should use for what skin type you have. So for, like I said, for dry skin, I do recommend cream contouring, or you can use concealers, obviously, for your under eyes, and then you can use like a really dark concealer for your contour if you like, because that's basically just like cream contouring. The e.l.f. cream contour kit is only $6. Like I said, I don't use the concealer for my under eyes. I use it for my brows typically, but the darker shades look amazing, which I know I have a little bit of powder over them, but they're really great, and it's only $6, and you get 4 shades. So if you're a little more tan than me, you still have these 2 shades to pick from, and I would think that these would work for most everybody. Like I said, the concealer doesn't even work for me, but everything else does. So $6 for 3 contour shades. I mean, I don't think you could beat that. And then my first contour palette I ever got, which I didn't use that much because I didn't realize I was dry skin and that powders don't work well with me, but this is the Profusion contour palette. It's broke. This was only $5, and it's a very cheap alternative to the Kat Von D palette. This was like an actual highlighter that goes like on the high points of your cheeks, so I do use that one often. Obviously I hit pan, but these would be good for setting your under eye. They're like a yellow shade, so it's like brightening, and that one could be for like a darker skin tone. And then all these could be pretty good contours. I have used this a little bit for contouring, but just not that much, because I try to steer away from powders. I just think they look a little splotchy on me. So this is only $5. I don't know if it's on their website. I think it is. I think they even have a cream contour which would be cheaper than this one. But I've never tried it, so I can't tell you guys how well it works. And then you could also get, and mine is broke, so just ignore it, but you could also get the Shade and Light palette. I think they have a cream contour one as well. I've never tried that one, but this is the powder one. My mirror is broke, obviously, but I do like these for contouring sometimes, or like bronzing up, but I don't use them often, as you can tell. Now for the sake of the video, once I wipe all this powder off, I might go in with this yellow shade just to show you guys how you could do it very subtle. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe all this off. And if you want to just get just a really dense brush and just dip it in here and just, do you see how it lightened my face up? Like I said, I don't use it often, but for the sake of the video, I am. And I'm not gonna let it sit there too long. I just patted it in the skin, and now I'm just going to rub it off. And it did lighten my skin up pretty well. I'm gonna put some on the forehead. So there you guys go. This is how you highlight and contour for beginners. I think it was pretty simple and broken down for you guys. As you can see, my face looks slimmer. I look more warm and bronzed up. You can obviously use your bronzer. I have my bronzer right here. I'm gonna do this later, and blush and everything really helps everything just come together. But as you can see, the cream contouring obviously looks really great on my skin. So does the concealer and the powder, as long as, like I said, if you're dry skin, do not bake it for like ever. You saw I only did it for just a few minutes, and then I just brushed it away, and I barely put anything on there. And then you could just go in with like a light yellow shade to brighten up your face just a little bit more. But yeah, you guys, that's it for this video. If you have any requests, please comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to figure out a good video schedule. Right now I'm just kind of doing videos whenever I feel like it. If you guys want to schedule, if you guys like want twice a week, 3 times a week, I don't think I could do more than 3 times a week, but just let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.